Welcome to the OTOP series, and it stands for One Target, One Purpose. On every Monday morning, 9 a.m. Singapore time or Hong Kong time, we're going to share with you one very potential counter that could come from all over the world, any exchanges around the world. Alright, it could be a stock market, it could be FX, or it could be ETF, it could be a futures product, it could be anything. So stay tuned with us. Monday morning, 9 a.m. Log on to us, subscribe, and I shall be back. Hi, guess what? This is the OTOP 95 on a Monday morning again, 9 a.m. And we are just 5 more episodes to celebrate our 100th series of OTOP, which is One Target, One Purpose. And it's coming soon. Stay tuned. And today we are releasing the OTOP 95. Alright, and that's for the week 30th May year 2022. And very soon we are moving into June, which is the last month of the first semester in year 2022. Alright, so on this OTOP 95, we're going to cover something very special again. Alright, as usual, every Monday morning. So stay tuned for 10 minutes, and very quickly we're going to move into today's main content. Well, on last Friday, a quick revision, we have seen the Dow Jones recovering, alright, bouncing with a close of 575 points gains. Well, and the S&P 500 also recovered 100 points on Friday closing, and the Nasdaq also rose 390 points, and that's a big jump. Right, so well, coming to this early June, July, even August, for the next 3 months, I think the US triple stock indexes are beginning to make a technical recovery. So I think we shouldn't be short, and we should be staying out on shorting or start to go long on the short-term trading or the short-term position over 1 to 2 months. Right, so WTI crude prices, all right, as the Ukraine war persists, and the Europe, NATO, and the Russia are moving into loggerhead. Oil prices are coming back up again to $115 per barrel on Friday closing. All right, the gold prices also made a small recovery back to the equilibrium price of $1,850 per ounce. Right, so this week we're going to start with a small revision on what we talked about last week, as usual, before we go into the main instrument that is going to be covered on OTOP 95. Stay tuned. Well, last week we were in fact talking about picking up Dow, which is an inverse ETF on Dow Jones, but now it looks like this is a very rare case and things are not looking good. Alright, if we look at this day chart on Dow, last week when we were talking about picking up on this Dow, which is an inverse ETF, alright, inverse ETF on the Dow Jones. In fact, about 36 points, it has gone down until Friday, $30. Well, so if you ask me, I think it's no more a good reason to hold this down, alright, for time being, and it's good to cut loss and just get out with a loss of even up to $6 per share, because I think we've got a lot more to go down if Dow Jones continue to recover for the next 2 months or 3 months, as we mentioned earlier. So, well, on a wrong position like this, do not hesitate, reduce your risk or get out. Then we are able to conserve our fund and move into a new instrument and new selective market. Alright, from this Dow, which is an inverse ETF, let's quickly take a look at the Dow Jones, alright, to justify our reasons. Alright, if we look at this on last Friday, in fact, we are looking at Dow Jones going down, but Dow Jones has been recovering, okay, on a series of 5 days straight up last week. So that's the reason why when Dow Jones have been going up, alright, the Dow on the inverse is also moving on the opposite direction. So, well, stay out of this Dow. Right, this week let's take a look at very interesting. Okay, we are looking at a potential WTI crude prices could be breaking up. So if you look at this, all right, the last time when WTI crude prices traded in the range of $115 per barrel, or putting up the top, and that was March. That was about 2 months ago. 2 months. All right. So when the market actually now is bottoming up, all right, moving back onto this top at $115. In fact, the closing price was $116.45 on Friday. Well, we feel that there is a very high chance that we're going to see WTI crude breaking up, all right, piercing up, and this week could be breaking above this top around 116, which is currently now what it is doing, and it could be going up to 120 or even 125 with room space on the top. All right, and the reason why we are looking at WTI crude prices potentially going up is because the US dollar index has been moving on the inverse direction. Okay, weakening for the time being. Let's take a look at the view at the US dollar index, USDX. All right, so this is exactly what it is doing. All right, from the recent top on the day chart, dollar index hit 105 and now back down to 101. All right, so it has got some room at the bottom, maybe back to 100 this week. So on a weakening US dollars, we are looking potentially at crude oil prices going up. So crude oil prices going up, what are we going to bet on this week exactly in OTOP 95 for the week 30th May year 2022 is exactly what we're going to share with you. All right, don't forget DW World Equity Time coming up. When we are looking at the WTI crude prices going up, there's one instrument that we can pay attention to, and this is the UCO. All right, it's an ETF. UCO is a 2-time leverage, okay, launched by the ProShares ETF company. All right, if you look at this UCO, it moves exactly in the same directional trend as the WTI crude prices. All right, so WTI crude, as we mentioned and watched earlier, there's a potential of breaking up 115, or in fact it's $116 per barrel, and we mentioned that it might be going up to 120 or 125 US dollars this week. So on an uptrend in WTI crude, very potentially, all right, when we look at UCO, this is exactly how it looks like. All right, with very similar pattern. In fact, I think it is it has broken up on this triple top major resistance, all right, on last week, all right, which is now doing at $47. All right, $47.83 closing price. Okay, so potentially we are looking at a market could be coming up to $50 or even anywhere 52, 53 US dollars. There is a room for this UCO to climb up for this week. Pay attention to this. Very quickly, as I mentioned, this is a 2 times ETF leverage around WTI crude. Let's take a look, okay, at this fact sheet of UCO. As you can read here very, very quickly. All right, the ProShares Ultra Bloomberg Crude Oil, which is the name of this ETF called UCO. All right, 6 daily investment results before fee and expenses that correspond to 2 times, as I mentioned, leverage. All right, 2 times the daily performance of the Bloomberg Commodity Balance against the WTI crude index. All right, so if we look at this, the inception trading date on this UCO was 2008. All right, November 24th with a symbol, ticker symbol UCO. All right, until now there is a total net asset of 1.34 billion US dollars in this UCO, and that's a very quick glance and glimpse for you to look into UCO fact sheet. All right, so stay tuned in this OTOP 95 for the week 30th May year 2022. Take a look at UCO this week. All right, understand this instrument more. All right, pick up some, and well, we sincerely wish and hope you good luck that you can make back some money from where you lost in heads down last week. But this is going to be something good for this week. All right, stay tuned, and we shall come back next week. Bye bye.